Yeah, a lot of things are there. Just wait. So basically, we are using name, salary, and department number, and finally we are getting like this. Okay. Now, suppose my question is what I want to do. Uh, I want to display. I want to display name, salary plus sum of salary. I don't want to display the sum of the salary. I want to display the name, salary, sum of salary till that row. Like clerk, salary is 2450. Sum of the salary will be 2450. King, salary is 5000. So 5000 plus 2450, 7450. Plus escort 3000. 7450 plus 3000, like 10350. This is how I want to display. I want to display the name, salary, sum of the salary till that row. Here we are going to get the sum of the salary for this row only. Here we are going to get the sum of the salary for these two. Here we are going to get the sum of the salary for these three. Here we are going to get the sum of the salary for these four. Here we are going to display the sum of the salary for these five. And finally, we are going to get the grand total. This is what I need to do. So again, we don't have the option other than the analytical function. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to write select rename comma cell, comma sum of cell, sum of cell over. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put order by rename, order by, yeah. So with over, we can apply the partition by. Partition by is basically, you can say it's a substitute of the group by. Ordering, so according to this order, it's going to put the data. So we are getting the sum of the salary. Okay. Now this is the sum of the salary for this. These are the sum of the salary for this. These are the sum of the salary this. These are the sum of salary like this. So this is how we can do this. Want to display the name, salary, sum of the salary. Okay. Name is there, salary there, sum of the salary there till that row. Yes. The sum of salary till this row is 1. Sum of salary till this row is this. So this is how we can use this. Okay. These are the guaranteed questions for your every interviews. Every time you are going to face these kind of problem, especially in database. Whether you are from the Java or Python or .NET background, any background you are having, these are the modern questions. Every time people are going to ask you these questions, and believe me, they are going to grill with this question. This question is always there. And if you are not familiar, then you can't do, believe me. So you need to be prepared accordingly. Now, my question is, I want to display the name. I want to display the salary. I want to display the department number. And I want to display the first salary of that department number. I want to display the name, salary, department number, nothing wrong with that. The first salary of that department. I'm just going to write select ename, comma sal, comma department number, comma sal, comma. We are having the analytical function called first underscore value. First underscore value of sal. And I'm just going to use over. And according to the department number, so I'm just going to use the partition by. Partition by department number from EMP. This is the first salary for department number 10. This is the first salary for department number 20. This is the first salary for department number 30. This is the first salary for department number 40. We are using the first underscore value. Suppose I want to display the last value. So what we can use? We can use last underscore value. Last underscore value. Yes, this is the last salary of department number 10. It's the last salary of department number 20. 2975. It's the last salary of department number 30. So this is how we can get. Suppose I want to display employee name, salary, department number, and Sum of salary. Sum of salary as per department. As per department. Okay, it's already get covered. Okay. Sorry. I'm just going to put sum of sal. And yeah. So this is the sum of the salary for department number 10 or 20. Okay. My question is, I want to display department number and next salary. Next salary. I want to display the name, salary and department number. Okay. What is the next salary? Here the next salary is 5,000. That I want to display. So how we can do that? I'm just writing select name comma sal, department number comma sal, and again I'm going to put like lead of sal. Lead function is there, and according to what? According to the name, order by name, order by name. So lead function is there. Lead means the next. 1100. What is the next value? 1600. What is the next value? The same thing. I want to display name, salary, department number, and previous salary. Previous salary. So what we can use? We can use the leg function. Leg. For 1600, the previous value is 1100. For 2850, the previous value is 1600. I want to get the second next value. What we can do? We can apply lead of sal comma 2. Yeah. After 1100, the second next value is 2850. For 1600, the second next value is 2450. So we are having the lead function. Lead means the next. Leg means the previous. I'm going to use leg. Leg of sal comma 2. Yeah. 2850. The previous second function is the 1100. So we are having the leg, we are having the lead, we are having the first value, we are having the last underscore value. So these are the analytical function. So analytical function is nothing special, like it's a simply like the aggregate function, but some extra stuff. Always you need to use the over. Under the over, if you need to do partition, if you need to apply the group by, then use the partition. Otherwise, use the order by. Now, one important thing is there. Like we are having the concept of ranking function. Ranking function. Ranking function simply give me the rank. Rank number 1, rank 2, rank 3. So we are having the concept of ranking function. What exactly the ranking function is? Suppose I'm writing select. I'm writing select cell. I'm just going to use select row underscore number over order by cell as RN, comma cell from EMP. Yeah. So we are getting the rank according to the salary. Better, we are going to make it in descending order. That will be better. So according to the salary, you will get the rank. Yeah, 5000 is highest value 1. Rank is 1. 3000 is the second highest value. Rank is 2. 3000 is again there, but rank is 3. That's the problem with the row number. Row number is perfectly fine. It's going to give you the row number according to that particular condition. But the problem with row number is, even for the same values, we are getting the different row number. So rank is different. So this is not the good practice. So if we are having the repetition of data, I will not go with the row number. What I will go for, I will go with the rank function. With rank function, everything is perfectly fine. Like 1, 5,000, 3,000, 3,000, it's 2, second rank. But the problem is we don't have the value at the third rank. The gap is there. That's the problem. The problem is we are having the gap. So what we can do in the place of rank function, best thing that we can put over here, it's a dense underscore rank. Now we are getting 1, 5,000, we are getting 2, it's 3,000, we are getting 3. Oh, that's great. We are getting 4, 5. So we don't have the gap. We are having the same rank for the duplicate values. So everything is perfectly fine now. So this is called the ranking function. Row underscore number, rank, and dense rank.
So I have
It's
a
a
question.
guaranteed question. Yeah, please.
So, I mean, looking at it, we usually will go for the dense rank function, right?
Exactly, exactly.
So why do we have the rank function in place? I mean, in what cases will I have to use the rank function?
See, basically always the chances of improvement is there. Initially, like we can only go for the row number. I don't need the rank and all.
Yeah, but there's a problem with duplicates, right? So that's why we went for
Yeah.
dense rank.
So basically they just invent for the rank function. But the problem with the rank function, the duplication, like some problem is there. So that's why the dense rank is there. Earlier only the row number and rank was there.
Okay,
Then finally they put the dense rank over there.
okay. So dense rank is the best practice, right?
See, basically all these things are there and these are the drawback and demerits and merits. I'm just going to discuss all these things with you because in the interviews they are going to ask you this question and you need to give the answer. Like this was the problem.
Okay,
Otherwise, I'm simply going to put this in front of you. Nothing wrong with that. But the thing is that you need to prepare according to the interviews also.
okay.
See, a lot of times it happen. You tell me, like in Java, you people are doing the projects and all.
Mm-hmm.
Are you using the core Java over there? Are you using the concept of applet over there? No.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, these are the basic things that you need to put. Then only you can put the Hibernate and Spring in front of the people. The same thing. Like a lot of things are there. As a students, we need to learn all these things. Basically, when we are talking about the project and all, only 30 to 40% things that we need to apply. That's it.
Okay.
Baki 50, 60% that just you need to put in the your memory for the interview. That's it. The same thing. Basically, dense rank is there. Now, and one important thing, this function is NCS standard function. This function you can use in the MySQL also, in the SQL Server also, in Oracle also. This is the same function that you can apply with the MySQL also. The same function we can apply the SQL Server also. The same function that you can apply with the Oracle also. Because these are not the part of the Oracle. Basically, it's an NCS standard function server. Okay. Now you can ask me the question, sir. Like, okay, it's perfectly fine. Then what is the use of this? Great use of this. I need to display 10th highest salary. I need to display top 5 salary. For every question, you can go for this. Suppose I need to display the 10th highest salary. I'm just going to write select RN, select cell from bracket. I'm going to write the subqueries. I will discuss about this, but right now, this is the moment for this question. That's why I'm just describing over here. I'm just going to put this line over here. And finally, I'm going to write where Rn is equal to 10. Yeah. You're getting the 10th highest salary. I'm writing select cell from, okay. And then we are writing where Rn is equal to 10. Suppose my question is you need to display the top 5 salary. Top 5 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All these salary I need to display. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to write select distinct of sal. Distinct means I don't want to display the duplicate. Select distinct of sal from bracket. Same queries I need to put. Close the bracket. And here I am writing where Rn less than 6. Less than 6. Yeah, we are getting the top 5 salary. So this is the good answer for all there. Remember, top 10 salary, top 5 salary, 5th highest salary. These are the guaranteed questions for you every interviews. Every time the people are going to discuss about this. So this is the one answer that you can ready for. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah, basically
Yeah.
this is the subqueries that I'm going to apply. These are the subqueries that I'm applying over there. So a lot of things are there regarding the subqueries, but this thing was there. That's why I just got this important question over here. Okay. So this is the end of the analytical function also, the ranking function also, the aggregate function also. So now what we can do, one small function is also there, just make it complete. It's a row function. Row function is also known as row function. Row function means will return one value for a row. Return one value for a row. Okay. One value for a row. Remember, if table having the 15 row, then 15 values will be there. I'm just going to apply sysdate. Sysdate is the function. How many values we are getting? We are getting 14 rows selected. Why we are getting 14 row? Because it's a row function. Because it's a row function. So I'm just going to use select sysdate from another table. It's a department. Now it's good. Yeah, only 4 times is there. So what exactly we required? We required a table with a single record. That will be better. So Oracle is very smart. They are going to provide you a table called dual. Oracle is going to provide you a table. It's already there. It's a dual table. Dual table having the single record. That's why we are getting the result like this. If I'm going to apply, select start from dual. Yeah, only one value is there. This is again the mysterious questions like in the interviews and all. People are going to ask the question, what is dual in Oracle? Dual is nothing special. It's simply a table. Then the interviewer is going to ask you the question, can you drop the dual? Write down the command. We can't drop the dual because we are not the owner of the dual. Who is the owner of the dual? Sys, Oracle admin. So what I can do, I can connect with the sys DBA. Then I can drop the table. Yeah, perfectly fine. So it's get dropped now. Oh, get dropped. So just do one thing, create that. Create table dual, and I'm just going to put dummy value over there. Varchar 2 of 1. And I'm going to put the values, insert into dual values. I'm going to give like a, can be anything, and make it commit exit. So this is what exactly the dual is. I just do all these exercise in front of you so you people can remember. No, dual is nothing a special kind of thing. We can drop the dual. We can connect with the sys DBA, then we can drop the table. We can drop the dual also. Like normally, people are going to consider the dual as a god. Oh, dual, oh, it's there. But we cannot drop that table. You can do anything with the dual because the problem is dual is not dual. Who is the owner of the dual? It's a sys DBA. So I need to connect with the sys DBA, then I can do anything with the dual. I've created the table again. So this is what exactly the dual is, number one. Remember, after 5 or 6 session or 7 session, again the dual will come in the picture. Again, I will show you how to create the function. And believe me, at that particular time, you people, some question will be there from the back end. Remember, I don't expect this question from you people. That's why I just did all the exercise with the dual. I drop the dual, I create the dual. So dual is nothing like a special kind of thing. It's simple table. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to write the function over there. So we are having some functions, like we are having the row function. Like I'm just going to use select power of 2, 2 from dual. We are getting 4. Suppose I'm going to write select mod of. Yeah. We're getting the remaining over there. Suppose I'm going to write select square root of 9, comma square root of 0.9. What will be the output? Yes, please. What will be the output? It's your test of mathematics. Yeah, please. What is the output?
3 and
3. And the next?
the other one some decimal.
No. What decimal? It's 0.3 or 0.4 or 0.5. What exactly?
It's like repeating 0.4 or 34 or something like that. It's not an exact square root for a point.
Okay. Yeah. Any other answer? A square root of 0.9 is 0.9. Oh. This is the special question you people need to remember. A square root of 0.9 is 0.9. See, multiply with this by this, you will get 0.9. Okay. How it's going on and what happened internally, I don't know. Because I just remember this question because this question was like in some competitive exams and all. And I just make the mistake with this question. Naturally, the punishment was there for me for this question only. So always I remember this. Square root of 0.9 is 0.9. Okay. So select round off. Next is we are having the round function. I'm just going to use 34.34. I'm just going to use 34.56. Round off. 34.23, comma 1. Comma round off. 23.45, comma minus 1. From 12. ROUND round, ROUND round, ROUND round. Yeah. Round of 34.34, it's less than 0.5, it's the same. 34.56 is more than 0.5, it's 35. 34.23, 23 means what? After the decimal, it's not going to touch the 2, it will round the 3. 3 is less than 5, so we are getting the same output, it's 34.2. Minus 1 means before the decimal, and before the decimal, it's a 3. It's not 5 or more than 5. So let's get converted into 0, so we are getting 20. So round is always based on 0.5. In the place of round, we can apply the trunk. Trunk has nothing to do with 0.5. Whatever the value will be there after decimal and all, it's going to be removed that. Yeah, we are getting 34.34. We are getting 34.56. We are getting 34. So basically, it will just remove the value. This is what exactly the round and trunkage. Suppose I'm going to use select or off. We are going to get the values in a small case, uppercase. I'm going to put the lower. It will come in the lower case. I'm just going to use the init cap. Convert it into the initial letter capital. So I'm going to use substr function. These functions are also there with the Java. Substr of this and that. And I'm going to use 2, 3. From the second position, I'm going to get the 3 character is HIS. Like we are having the function called instr. In a string, it will search the position. First occurrence. The position for I is 3. I'm just going to put I over there. Still, it will display the first occurrence. I want to get the last occurrence. We can use comma minus 1. We are getting the last occurrence, minus 1. Suppose we are going to use select instr of this and that. I want to replace the I with XYZ. I want to use replace function over there. Replace. I get replaced by XYZ. So these are the functions that we can apply. Suppose I'm going to use select LPAD off, LPAD left padding. I'm going to put the cell, comma, n, comma, star from EMP. See, we are getting the salary. Total number of characters is 10. Like 1300, the remaining 6 characters is going to be padded by a star. So basically it's a L pad, left padding. And suppose I'm going to use the R pad, it's R padding, right padding. So this is how we can put the padding character. Like for just to fill the blank space, we can use L pad and R pad over there. So these are the string function. Now we are having the date function. Like I'm going to use select sys date from dual. We are getting the system date. Suppose I want to get the date after 15 days. Yeah, it's 28 September. Suppose I want to get before 15 days. So this is the date that we are going to get. Suppose I want to get, suppose I'm looking for last underscore day of sys date. 30th September will be the last day. Suppose I want to check like what will be the date on the coming Saturday. Sys date, comma, SAT Saturday. On the coming Saturday, it will be 19th. So these are the date function we are having. Suppose I want to get select months underscore between, months underscore between, and I'm going to put the sys date, comma, someone having the date of birth on 2009, 2008. So you will get the difference in the month. I want to convert this month into the year. So I'm just going to divide by 12. I want to remove these values. So what we can do, we can apply a round over there. That will be better. Round. Yeah, it's 13 years that we are getting. So this is how you can get the year. As such, we don't have the year function over there. I want to change the date format. So we can use select to underscore char of. I'm using select to char of sys date, comma. I want to change the date format. So we are going to use dd/mm/yy. Now we are going to get the date in different format. We are getting the date in this format. Earlier it was in this format. Now we are getting the date in this format, 2char. We can use D. 2char means you are going to convert the date into the character. And we can use the single D. Single D means day of the week. It's a first day, it's a Sunday. Suppose I'm going to use the double D. It's day of the month, 13th. Suppose I'm going to use the triple D. It's day of the year. Oh, 257 years. Only the few is left. It's more than 100 left for the corona years. It's 257 day already crossed out of 365. We can also use one important thing is like we can use the J over there. J for the Julian day. Okay. According to the Julian calendar, this number of days already passed. You can check the Julian date, the start date. This is the days that we are looking for. I'm just going to write like we are getting 13. I want to display 13th. So we can use SP. Spell out 13. So I'm writing dd/sp/month/year. 13th September 2020. I want to put 13th ddspth. 13th September 2020. So SP is basically for the spell out. Suppose I'm going to put JSP. Julian day spell out. 2,459,106. That's great. I want to display the time in Oracle. In Oracle, we don't have the time. We don't have the sys time. So what we can do, we can use HH comma colon MI colon SS, hour, minute and second. 13 September 2020, the time is like this. So by the use of sys date, you can get the time. By the use of sys date, you can get the time. I want to get the time in 24-hour format. We can put 24. Oh, this is the time that we are getting. So these are the date function basically. One good question is here, like this is the salary. I want to spell out the salary like 800. I want to display in words. EIGST like 800. How we can do that? I'm just going to write select to care of salary JSP. We are getting the error. What we need to do, we need to convert the salary into the date. So we are going to convert the salary into the date, and we are going to make the Julian format. And then finally, I'm going to put the JSP over there. Julian calendar, I'm going to make it spell out. Oh, it's from EMP. 800, 1600, 1250. What we are doing exactly, I'm just going to convert the salary into the Julian day. That's why we are using the toDate. toDate is the function to convert the number into the date. And then I'm going to convert the toChar of this particular date, and I'm going to put the JSP. J means the Julian and SP means spell out. So we are getting. So JSP, remember, this is the guaranteed question for maximum interviews. How we can display the salary in this format. Basically here we are using the toChar, toDate and all these things. It's fine?
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of things are there for today. You people need to do a lot of practice over there because these all are the important thing. So function get covered for you like aggregate function, analytical function, ranking function, row function, maximum things in front of you. So you just need to do the practice with all these things. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to drop you the mail and you people just need to do the practice and all. In case of any problem, we can discuss in the next session. It's fine?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thanks a lot. Take care. Bye-bye. I'm just going to send this mail to Nagendra sir.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
थोड़ी सारी